Hello, this is session 9 of our The Between series. With me today, I again have Sina playing Mix Latimer, our Undeniable, and Casey playing Pike, our Factotum. And Madam Dr. Swindrake is still somewhere in London doing who knows what.
Something.
Yes, I shudder to learn what she has been up to. But that will not happen today. We are in the dusk phase of day 3, I think, or 4 or 5, whatever. We are in a dusk phase. And last time I remember that we, before we went out, we quickly resolved Mr. Pike's dusk move. And we did not talk about attempting to answer a question yet, and also not about what kind of a night phase we're having. So I suggest we just quickly talk about what our present threats are, and then about whether or not you want to solve any of them. We have, of course, Sally No phase, and we last time said that we want to wait for Dr. Swindrake to solve that with her, and you do have enough clues. You would roll with +2, even on the highest, +1, even on the highest question. And if we wait until next time, you have another day phase to gather even more questions if you want clues, and then get to it next time. Unless, of course, you want to do it this time. And as always, the options on the table are to simply just see where the killer is hiding and then resolving the threat by infiltrating the killer's lair and then capturing or destroying them, or to find out or answer the question as to how the killer is choosing their victims and then resolve the threat by luring the killer to you, capturing or destroying them, or the most sophisticated way would be to find out what the true identity of the killer is and what drove them to this madness. And then either, no, there's no either. There's just one option then, and that is to emphasize with the killer and bring them in peacefully. And I feel this is where it's going to. And I personally would also find that the most interesting way of solving the riddle. And there the ongoing theory seems to be that a Victoria Callas, the wife maybe of Dr. Alexander von Cleave, is the lady behind the mask, who is poisoning people and stealing their faces for whatever reason. That is not for me to say. The second thread that is ongoing is The Knife Belongs to the Horde, where we are in the second night, now entering the third one. And that has to do with rats under the pavement, flooding the tunnels, the subway tunnels, and the canalization of London. And there the options are to resolve the threat by finding the Horde's nest and then capturing or destroying the leader. And you would have enough clues to do that at +0. Or the more sophisticated option would be to resolve the threat by to find out what the true nature and motivation of the leader is, and then resolve the threat by emphasizing with the were-rat. That's kind of tell there who the leader might be or what the leader might be, but not what their motivations are, and working out an arrangement for them to have a protected territory in the undercity of London. And there we have clues that lead us in the direction of some sort of ritual, with a particular notch bitten out of several rats' ears, a vendetta against people working with silver, or maybe it was just an accident. But there's a silversmith shop in West End that has burned down, and it looks like it was arson. And the third lead there is tying together the clues: a scurrying, scratching sound beneath the cobblestones and a large sinkhole to the sewers opened up in front of Catherine's, leaving behind a foul-smelling pit that tells us that there's lots of digging going on under London, kind of destabilizing the floor, the very floor you are walking on. So there is maybe also a bit of an urgency there. And the third one is the St. James's Street ghost, on which you spend the entire last day phase, where we have a ghost stalking a house, and the ghost has killed a young maid named Ginny Hess, who was found dead, apparently from shock, and the owners, who are not even remotely capable of actually financing the house they're living in, have gladly accepted your help because you are not charging anything, and you have made friends with their young son Roger. There's only one way to solve the thing, and that is to find out how you can get this ghost to pass on to the next world, and then resolve the threat by performing a quieting ritual. And you have exactly enough clues to do that with +0. And they point in the direction of the ghost tapping into your subconscious, conjuring horrors from your past, and also kind of living off the life force maybe of the inhabitants, because Roger seems to have aged an unduly amount since the family has moved in. And it also plays with sensorial, what is the word? With temperature. Let's say with temperature. You also found a stack of love letters from another time. That is a clue that does not quite fit with the rest, but maybe sheds some light on where the ghost is coming from in the first place. So these are the 3 threats on the table. You are in a good position, or at least in a neutral position, to solve any of them, all of them. And also, of course, we have our mastermind. Let us quickly have a reminder of that. Which is Theodora Braithwaite, who intends to destroy the crown. And the question is how. And we know so far that she is working with all kinds of shady people, like the Lurker seems to have been a confidant of her, and from her time in Barbuda. And she also put on a party for Sally No Face, which Mix Latimer was invited to, and she also buys up businesses and tenement houses, but mostly businesses all around the city. And we have learned in layer 2 that she arrived in London at age 26, bought up tons of real estate and businesses, which laid the groundwork for her vast fortune. In the 1850s, she was legendary for throwing huge parties, now legendary for debauchery on offer. And by then, Queen Victoria, having embraced a program of morality and piety for her subjects, threatened to seize Braithwaite Hall if the gatherings continue, which angered Mrs. Braithwaite and created a schism between the two of them. And lately, less than 10 years ago, in the 1860s, they butted heads again, Miss Braithwaite and Queen Victoria, when Queen Victoria tried to introduce and succeeded to introduce a particular import tax that went on to cost Miss Braithwaite a lot of money. And there was meddling behind the scenes from both women, and in the end, the Queen had her way. The tax was imposed, and only Miss Braithwaite's divestment of her financial empire made sure that she's still maybe the richest woman in London, for sure one of the richest ones. That is all the information we have on the table. And now I ask you, my dear hunters, do you want to answer a question? And if so, which one?
So I still feel like I would prefer to leave Sally No Face for when Dr. Swindrake is also here.
Yes, I'm all on board with that.
And well, with regards to the other two, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure about I'm not sure about either of them in terms of whether we have enough to. I mean, I know numerically speaking we have enough, but I don't know if we have enough actually in terms of can we weave this into a useful answer?
Yeah. And nothing will explode yet. You can just take another day.
Catherine's upscale guest house leaving behind foul smelling. Yeah, like because for the nest of the horde, right? I mean, we do have two clues that would work for that, but I don't know about the other two so much.
Yeah, I think I'd be more inclined to try to answer the James Street ghost question if we were going to answer one, but
but also you don't have to answer any.
Right?
questions.
Yeah, I'm happy to figure something else out, or like wait another day. But that one feels like the easiest, most direct one to me, anyways. But
yeah, Although I also still don't know if we'd be able to actually like weave in all 6 clues so that we would end up with a flat roll just on the basis of what we have right now.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just looking at them again.
You can, of course, also always explain away clues that don't fit.
So true.
Mhm.
But
And you are free to recontextualize them
yeah,
and to riff off them.
I think we could just maybe also just not answer anything today and get a few more
Yeah.
clues instead. And
Okay.
you know, I don't know. How do you feel, Casey?
Yeah. No. Yeah, absolutely. That works for sure.
Okay.
More is always, well, maybe not always, but more seems to be more helpful.
That is a valid
Yeah.
decision. Then let us make the other big decision for the night. Do you want to go out or do you want to stay home?
I would like to just go out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So we
Also,
have a London.
we don't have Eleanor to benefit from staying in, so we may as well go out.
Good point. Good point.
Right.
Although if so in my experience, one session is always enough for one day or night phase. Particularly also since we started like half an hour late today. So we're not gonna go through any more than the night phase anyway. And if Gwen is back next week, then she would be back just in time for the dawn phase. And could profit from a Hargrave House night phase.
Oh, yeah. But I feel like it would be good if we actually, well, you know, got some more clues, which is
Mhm.
not so easy to do
That is true.
inside.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Okay.
also
So
gives you a chance to bring on some more horror.
yeah, how lame would that be, huh? To just solve the St. James Street ghost without even having one night phase in the house.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, that is what I'm hearing. Then just go ahead and take out the St. James Street ghost sheet. Unless you want to go into the canals for the night.
No, well, certainly not Hecate.
Okay.
Don't know if Pike
Then
is up for that.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
maybe we'll split up just to create some
yeah.
more some more drama.
Yeah, cool. I'll go by myself into the haunted house and you go down into the sewers at night. It's great. What
could
could
totally do
possibly
that.
go wrong?
I mean, you have a bag full of masks,
I
including
know, I
the.
just love the idea. It's like, from a character perspective, what a ridiculous proposition.
Right.
I can't imagine that Mix Latimer is seriously worried for their safety.
No, but yeah, anyway. It's just
Okay, so a London night phase it is. Mm-hmm. Good. Then let me pick out an unseen. And before I do that,
oh goodness, I still have 2 conditions.
before I do that, yeah, you already no. In theory, we could still start the session with Mix Latimer's vulnerable move for the day phase because they haven't had one.
But I could.
It was Latimer, Pike, if I remember correctly, who had his vulnerable move. And when we said
Yeah, I
it
mean,
would be
we were both.
cheesy to have 2 back to back, but now there's been a week in between.
Yeah, we were both. I think, in theory, we were both engaging in our vice, but then I think it was Pike who started it off, so that would make sense that it would be Pike. So,
I'm happy either way, but I do think that it's about participating, not initiating. I think the move says you can only participate in a vulnerable scene or whatever.
Okay.
Which is why like the employer is, or like the factotum and the employer can have 2 if one of them is only with them, and then like we could each have another one separately with someone else. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It says you can only
Because it's
participate.
like just whoever's in the scenes. Yeah. Counts them.
well, it's once per phase, right?
That is
Yeah.
true.
Okay.
So we could have one at the start of the
we
night
could
phase.
yeah we could also do that as we start.
We can also not do it, and instead I mark my I scar my reflection and clear one.
Oh, whoa.
Can you do that?
That's the take us away move. But I have to destroy a side character for that. I'm sure I'll get.
Oh,
I'm
poor Roger.
Obviously not Roger.
Oh,
Give me some interesting side characters to kill. In fairness, it doesn't say kill, it says destroy. It could also just be destroy them emotionally or mentally. Not really great either.
okay, before I look up a night phase, an unseen, I mean, do you both want to go to the house? Because then I have one in mind. Otherwise, I would.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you've
Yeah,
got something that works really nice, I'm happy to. Yeah, like we can
yeah,
go to the haunted house at night. We said we were going
okay.
to come back, so I guess
I
Unless you
don't want
wanted to
to.
go to
good on
the
our
sewers
little.
at night.
Then
I'm
I
sure you.
also have one in mind, but
Ah,
like I don't want to restrict your movement. It's your choice.
okay, then but I wanted to go to the house one way or another. So
Hmm? Okay. Then let us look at. Let me just quickly look it up in the list here. There are actually two that are very nice. I'll leave it to you, or I'll roll a dice. There are two I have in mind that are both really nice and both fit. And the dice. I'm gonna ignore the dice. I think no, the
what?
dice lead me toward the attic at Gransby House.
Oh, is this not?
And I don't know, can you see them? Can you see the scene? Did it pop up for you in some way?
No. Hang on.
Hmm.
What do I wait? I need to go. Where are the scenes?
So the unseens are in this
Oh, the moon.
half moon symbol, yeah. And there is, if you click there is the attic at Gransby House.
No, I can't see the. Oh no, now I can see it. No,
Very
wait.
good.
Yes, I could click on it now.
Hmm.
Oh,
So,
so I can see them without them being chosen by you.
oh, nice.
Okay, cool. I didn't realize this. I definitely need to make this bigger. Whoa.
So the attic at
So
Gransby.
often I forget that I can zoom, and then I sit there like this.
The attic at Gransby House. Gransby House is a fine mansion in Mayfair, but above the grand rooms is a cramped series of attic rooms that is the beating heart of the house, the maids' quarters. Alternating between too hot and too cold, lit only by candlelight, this is the girls' only refuge from their life of service. With shifts that last to bed and the first awake, there are sent few hours of silence every night. Paint the scene for everybody. The attic quarters are cramped, with whitewashed wooden partition walls separating the girls into rooms of 4 sole occupants. What touches of the girls' personalities do we see added to their personal spaces? Sina.
I think one of the girls has like a collection of small little trinkets that are, not actually very valuable, but that she clearly really treasures, and they are sort of just on the side. Maybe is it just on like that this very small side table, and they've been very carefully placed. It's like a little seashell and or maybe one of those small sort of like molded, like I don't know, like a tin figurine of something, that sort of thing.
Very good.
Yeah.
Casey.
Yeah, I think in one of the rooms we see someone has like drawn onto the walls like you would in like a child's nursery, right? But like what have they drawn? I think just like flowers. So it looks like there's a bouquet of flowers like sitting on the little table in there, but it's like been drawn onto the wall.
Okay.
Reminds me of Pinocchio.
Interesting. And I will add that one of the girls has I think by now quite crumpled and beaten love letter that she hides under her mattress and takes out every evening to read it. Maybe have a little cry externally or internally before she puts it back under her mattress and waits for sleep to come. And that brings us to the first scene. So you're going to the house, right? Just so I can imagine where the night starts. They did invite you for dinner, and you politely declined and went back to Hargrave House. How do you come back Do you come back as guests after you declined the invitation for dinner, or do you sneak into the house, or what is your approach?
I think my idea would have been that we come when it's definitely well past dinner time, so that it doesn't seem odd and impolite that we declined. Because I think I don't know. I feel like just as a narrative part, like I think Hecate would have gone back and like I don't know, maybe read up on hauntings or whatever, or like
Yeah.
something like that, or maybe gone to their cathedral to have a little,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, replenish their whatever it is, their attitude by being worshipped. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So you're starting out the night in your cathedral?
No, I just meant like, as like just for narrative things, that as in, I don't think they just left simply to avoid the dinner, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
So where are you starting the night?
But if you want, we could also have started it there. I don't know.
Oh, that is your choice entirely.
Yeah, sure. I could have just started there if that's something that you find interesting.
Okay. And Mr. Pike, where do you start the night?
Would we have so if you have gone there, would we have made arrangements to meet at St. James Street, or would I meet you at your cathedral and like move together from there, do you think?
What do you find more interesting?
I guess I find it a little bit more interesting if I like meet you at your cathedral.
You're like, oh, I didn't realize you was religious.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Like when you told me to meet
Well,
you there and then showing up there and it not being like instead of it being like the landmark that we're meeting at, like Pike is waiting for you and you come outside, I think he would be a bit like, oh, okay, I see. Interesting.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And it's almost on the hour, so maybe this is a good moment to have a little break, read through the unseen prompts.
Did you want to assign them also?
Yeah, I'm in the process of doing that.
Okay.
In the chat. And since we only have 2 players today, I will jump in and do the middle one.
Wait.
So Casey, I would ask Casey to do the first one. Yeah, I would do the middle one and you do the last. Unless you have a particular interest in any of the other ones. I'm not married to in any way.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah? Okay. Then let's have a short break. How much do we need? Is coming back on the hour enough, or do we need until 5 past?
I need a moment longer.
You need a bit longer?
44 minutes until the hour, so...
Okay, so 5 past or 10 past?
I don't know. You tell me.
Then let's do 10. We're only doing the night phase anyway. They're not that long.
Okay.
And then I have also time to think about things. See you 10 past.
Okay. I'm back, Dominic.
Hello.
Hey.
I will have to briefly get up later.
That's okay.
To get my food.
Yeah.
Out of the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone all like, I don't know, college student or something, and I'm having something that can just be microwaved.
That's good. That's good. The other day, I finally, in my ripe old age, got into like elevated ramen.
Elevated ramen?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, where you
pimped ramen, like.
Yeah. It's actually quite nice and quite filling as well.
It is. I mean, I've also made ramen myself. I mean, not obviously not like in the same way that a Japanese place would make it, but yeah, I've also plenty of times I've just like pimped an instant noodle packet with some extra, like, I don't know, some fried mushrooms and spring onions, etc., and like an egg or something, and it's actually quite nice.
It is, and like properly cooking it and cooking it on the broth instead of just like covering it with hot water. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. No, I do actually still tend to always keep some packets of ramen around. That was my other consideration today. And then I was like, no, I don't want to be slurping a noodle soup while playing. I'd rather have something where I can use a fork.
Very good. Very good. Casey, are you back?
Yeah. Yep.
Very good. Okay, then let's start. So you said that you wanted to start in and also while you're doing your scenes as well as the unscenes, remember the
echoes in the night.
Echoes in the night, exactly.
Yes.
It took me a second to remember what they're called in this game.
Yeah, I know. Signal from the other side.
So
Speaking of the names in these games, right? The other day I was reading through By Endurance We Conquer, because I was considering running that in the Hearth. And they have, what was it called? The dim light move, and then like the utter darkness move or something like that. I can't remember what the.
very nice. So we're starting in the cathedral, and I'm very curious to learn what the cathedral looks like, and what you would normally do there once you're there.
I think it's like well, we talked about it, right? Like it's a very, very old building that has sort of integrated into its walls, and also in the flooring you see that it's been built around like a previously sort of a different kind of temple, of a more ancient religion, which I know not in London, but I don't care. Let's just imagine the Sicilian ones in London in our version of it.
Yeah, I don't think that is in any way. I don't think that's in any way absurd or anything.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's just what I came up with because I saw these kinds of
very Gothic
in Sicily, and it was pretty cool.
Yes,
where you're seeing like old Greek temple columns in between the stone slabs that build the walls, the outer walls and stuff. As I said, right, they have like these stained glass windows depicting, biblical scenes, but they seem to have acquired extra symbols over time around, the edges or in the corners of the images that spell out a different story. And there seems to also have what's also materialized is like some kind of scene that has a lot of pigs around a trough. Almost looks like the last what is it called, the Last Supper, but with pigs. Since our last encounter with Hecate's weird abilities. And what Hecate does is, they go there every so often to sort of just bask in the worship of their followers. And I think, they hold this is like one of the most active churches in terms of how many services they have, because these worshippers are working, around the clock to try and have as many services on as possible. And there's like this core of people that is almost every single one of them. They also look quite haggard and tired, but the fervor in their eyes has not dimmed. I think I usually just go there and have like maybe a special area that I like to sit in. That is always nicely prepared and kept empty for me. And listen to what songs they have come up with and how they have undermined the originally Christian content subtly. Yeah.
So they are worshipping like an effigy or some sort of statue of you while you are sitting in the
I mean, there's not really a statue of me, right? Like it's still sort of, how do you say that? It's posturing as a Christian church, right?
So there's some sort of bishop, or are you the bishop?
Maybe there is like a sort of like a priest of some kind that is sort of overseeing the proceedings largely. But no, I don't think there's like a specific, like a statue of me or whatever, because that would be a bit too obvious.
Okay. So you are sitting there and you are taking in the spectacle to your great benefaction, I would assume. And Dame Margaret Teasdale is in attendance tonight. I don't know if you remember her. It's the lady that you
The pig
made
lady.
debase herself, yes, at the party. She's looking youthful as always, and as she sees you coming in, I imagine that your lodger, your box is like maybe on the second floor, and she sees you coming in, and she flashes you a nervous smile and waves at you. Also present is no, he's probably not present. As you watch the proceedings proceed, at some point, Miss Teasdale gets up and leaves. I don't know if you are worried about that. It is for sure not the done thing to leave in the middle of the sermon,
Hmm.
but she must have something important to do, whatever that
I
may be.
think, if you'll allow me, I
Yes.
would gesture to one of my other worshippers and sort of, indicate to follow her and bring her here.
What are you afraid will happen?
That
Which
the
I
special
think,
sacrifice that I had planned will not go according to plan.
why is that? Was she the special sacrifice?
Yes, I was considering it.
Oh.
Or did you
Mhm.
have a lot of plans for Dame, whatever her name is, Margot?
Miss Dale. Yeah, she was actually quite central to my plans, but never
Oh,
mind
great. Okay, well, maybe the
that. No, she wasn't. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Mhm. Yeah,
secretary is horrible.
your person follows and also doesn't seem to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Pike, as you said you wanted to meet Max Latimer at the church, didn't you? Or did you want to meet at the house?
Yeah. Yeah, I think meeting at the church might make sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I think Pike would just wait outside.
Oh, very nice. So then you see you haven't met Dame Teasdale yet, so you see a very posh-looking woman with perfect facial features leave the church, followed by a haggard-looking. I would assume that Latimer sent someone who can handle themselves in a fight. So it's probably a kind of rough-looking, tall. Let's make it a female-presenting person who is following that lady out of the church. I don't know if you think of it in any way. If you just stay there smoking a cigar, watching the proceedings, after a while you will notice that from that in like all kind of streets and alleyways that you can see from your position, there seems to be a gang of impeccably well-dressed children to put up. Is that how you phrase it in English? To get into position, waiting for something or someone to leave the church, maybe. Since they don't know you yet, and they don't know who you are, they haven't clocked you as a threat yet. What do you do?
The the make the biggest mess option is to
Yes.
follow the lady and the sketchy person following her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's the move. When I see like you say like this well-dressed woman being followed by a maybe like more unsavory type,
Mm-hmm.
I think Pike clocks it and then like just sort of like starts strolling the street that direction. Like let's keep these two in my sight, but also make it look like I'm just smoking this cigar, type of situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then in that case, let us rewind a bit. You follow them, and they stop at what looks like what might that look like from the outside? Oh, let's turn that into a paint the scene question. A building, and what tells you that this is a re-health clinic for the poor that they go in? And I think it is something more subtle than it having a big Salvation Army sign. It's probably something more if you know type of clinic.
Hmm.
I think there's what is it? It's like a door knocker that is in the shape of something helpful.
Maybe an Asclepius
Yes.
thingy. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
building of that, maybe the house used to be that's such a difficult word for a German native speaker, an apothecary.
Apothecary.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
our stresses are totally different than in English.
Yeah.
But it's the same word, so that makes it very difficult to pronounce. But it seems like it has not been in use in a while. Yet those two go in, and then to direct the maybe the underexplored part of the set the scene question to Zena, what might tell Mr. Pike that at least during the daytime, possibly also during the nighttime, this thing is very much still a working health clinic for the poor, even though it is purposefully made to look like it's been empty for a while. But how do
I
you
think
notice that there's still stuff
I
happening?
think there's just a lot of in and out, people like poor people going in and coming out, and like maybe some of them are coughing, some of them may have like something on their arm or whatever, and then they come out with like a bandaged arm, etc.
Yeah, that's great. That is the
Like not a
situation, Pike.
football.
Do you want to go in? Although I don't know what you are dressed like tonight. I don't know how much you fit the scene.
How much
But
does
then
this madam?
that is the other point. Then again, Dame Teasdale is for sure not fitting the scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Pike will follow. Especially if there's like a little bit of in and out, or like there is people kind of around and no one's going to notice or like stop him. You know what I mean? Like there's not a doorman, right? So
Yeah.
I think, following them is the plan.
Very good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, no, forget about it. All good. I just
Okay.
realized something about a move that I had not realized earlier.
Okay. Mix Latimer, let's go back to you before we still have a little bit of time. You sit there and you enjoy the proceedings. And at some point, this gang of remarkably well-dressed young boys enters your church. And they enter it in a quasi-militaristic fashion in that they seem to have a plan. They walk in unhurriedly, but in a very, very ordered manner. And they have, I would think, truncheons in their heads, but also you can see what looks like knives in their boots, pistols in their pants if they need them. But for now, they are content to shout, "Everybody out! Everybody out!" And if your cultists are not following, they will kick them out with force. What do you do?
Good question. What will I do? Let me think. I've forgotten about my stuff. Hang on. Will I just? I think I will just sort of stand up and kind of in a very loud but not shouting voice, like, "How dare you? I don't know. How dare you enter this the sanctity of this space?"
Yes. Okay. Earlier, I did the GM move of night move by saying, "What are you afraid of?" and then forgot to ask you for a roll. So let's try that again. What are you afraid will happen?
If what doesn't work?
Oh, you stand up and you tell them to you ask them what is the meaning of that. So I assume what you are trying to do is to get them to stop beating your followers and emptying your church and behaving like they are the master of your house. So this is what you're trying to do. What are you afraid will happen if you fail?
What should I be afraid of? I don't know. That they will, just make a horrible mess in here, and it'll be so much work for my followers to restore it. Sorry.
It is so much worse than that. They are actually only there to distract you while somebody is behind you readying a syringe.
Readying a syringe? Oh.
Please give me a night move with presence.
Presence, okay.
You are clearly
Hey, sorry?
I said you are clearly using your presence, and I will say with disadvantage though because of the most beloved condition.
Wonderful.
because what I'm doing here is playing directly into that.
Sure. It's still a 9.
Ah, lucky. You do it or hold steady, but there is a complication or cost. The keeper describes what it looks like. So yeah, you stand up to your entire height. I don't know how.
I don't actually think they're very tall, but I think they just have
Yeah,
that presence.
you have the presence. You shine like a beacon, and they do stop with what they're doing. And you notice that the Dapper Boy is not among the Dapper Boys. He probably divested himself. But so how hard can I go here? You did not fail. But there is
Your
a complication or cost. I think I will actually go quite hard here, actually. You are, as always, free to use a mask if you don't
Yes.
like it. And you do notice a syringe being like put into your neck vein, and a woman's voice saying, "You will be so helpful." And everything around you goes dark, and you wake up an untold time later in the basement, in a dank basement, tied to a slab with an unbearable pain where your face used to be.
No. That is my mixed success, yeah?
Hmm? The mixed success is you also notice that your face is already starting to grow back.
It's growing back?
Yes, you are an undeniable after all.
Oh. Ooh. That is weird. I'm somewhat tempted to let that stand because it's so
Uh-huh.
weird. But also, I'm just wondering how weird it'll be to see my face somewhere. Oh, what do we do? Yeah, I think
You
I'll
can
let
have a
it
think.
stand. It
You
sounds
have
too interesting.
I think you can have a think about that while we hear of
Sure.
the group of girls that Casey is going to tell us about
Huh?
now. So, Casey, a group of girls gather in one room, gossiping in hushed tones about potential beaux, fellow servants, boys from back home, or even a member of the household. Who dreams of true love or desire, and who of escape from service by marriage, and who remains notably quiet on the subject?
Yeah. So Lily is talking about the boy back home who is currently working to earn enough money to be able to propose marriage, at which point she's definitely going to be getting out of here. Sarah is lusting after the young man who just got hired as like the doorman for the family, and is scandalizing maybe perhaps a little bit the other girls with the details of that desire. And I think Daisy has remained fairly quiet throughout, but amongst the sort of like teasing and sort of like roughhousery bullshittery that goes along with these sort of things. One of the excitement or whatever sort of thing, Sarah like leans too close to the candle, and burns some of her hair, and that's sort of what like puts an unceremonious end to things as the girls like retire to their separate rooms to get away from the smell or the now all the fun. You know how something just like kind of takes all the air out of the room. Uh,
Yes,
Sarah's boasting and burnt hair has chased them off.
that is lovely. Yeah. And with that, let's go to Mr. Pike. So you go into that clinic,
Mhm.
and in there, you, I don't know, maybe you sit down in the waiting room, and you notice that this clinic is serving the poorest of the poor. They are probably not in any position to pay even the most modest fees for medical intervention. There's one young woman sitting there, quite beautiful actually, and as you come in, you have the choice between two paths. You could follow Tisdale, who disappears, and you can like see the like her skirts disappear into one room, or you could follow the young girl who is disappearing into a different room, and during the as she opens the door, you can see a woman in her 30s in what looks a lot like these custom-made gowns that you saw at Clemenza's. Seems to be the doctor that young lady is seeing. Who are you more interested in? Clemenza's gown or Dame Teasdale and the bruiser that is following her?
I think Clemenza's gown, to be honest.
Okay.
So, remembering which door Tisdale went through, I think Pike will change tactics and follow the young girl.
Are you just barging into the room, or are you going about it more subtly?
Ooh, let's say I'm gonna do that thing where you stand. Like I think what he's gonna do is like turn his back to stand in front of the door, but then like catch the door with his heel so that it like stays open just a little bit, and he can hear what's happening in the room, but just look like he's standing there.
Oh, like while you're casually leaning against the wall. I got it.
Yeah.
That is very cool. That is very cool. In the room there's talk, obviously, and the young woman is telling the doctor about some medical problem she has, something banal, but for a poor person, a working class person, potentially life-threatening, in that it threatens her ability to work. Gout, a bunion, something like that. Maybe an inflammation of the wrist. And the doctor says, "Yeah, that is not a big problem. We can deal with that. If you will follow me to the how does she phrase it? Follow me to the operation room. I think she called it that." And the girl says, I was not expecting to be assisted so promptly, but yes, of course. And you hear them getting up and leave through a door, through a different door in the room. Are you planning on following them?
Yeah.
What are you afraid will happen if you do that?
Well, I'm afraid that when I step through that second door, the person who has gone through that door will be waiting and I will get syringed.
Oh, that is beautiful. It's hard to follow. That is hard to follow, this one. However, it is worse than that. Just don't know how yet.
Is Pike just not worth a syringe and it's just a beating instead?
Have you seen your face? No, I think it's worse than that. You will see what happens to the girl.
Yes.
And I would say that is a night move with. I think it's about following them without being seen and without being found out, right? So that sounds like composure to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And remember, you can just click on the composure.
Yes. I was just looking to see if I could perhaps.
We don't need to deal with witch dice anymore.
Right. No, I was just looking at my personal items, but
yeah.
The regular roll.
Good call, yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's not too bad. That's an 11.
That is good. That's good. On a night roll, a night move, an 11 means that you do what you intend to do. And Jose describe what it looks like. And describe means you. So you follow them, you go in, and there is just a door. And when you open it, it leads. No, it's you. It's your job to describe that. Sorry. What does it look like? You're holding steady.
Yeah. So, like you say, I think it's like through a door on the other side of the exam room, and I think what does that? Ooh, yeah. So I think Pike opens the door like just enough to see the person in Clemenza's gown sliding this beautiful young woman's unconscious body into a like whatever, like the cold cavity, right? Like in a morgue or whatever. And then locking it, and then like proceeding through like another set of doors.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I like that. I'll take that. And with that, we can come back to Mix Latimer. Have you made your decision? Do you want to put on a mask, or are you taking this?
It's so funny that we're talking about masks while I've just had my fucking face removed. Anyway, I'm gonna let it stand because it's so weird.
Nice.
Okay. With that, we need to go back to Mr. Pike just to put the two timelines back in sync.
Okay.
Pike, I think I would like to have an excuse to, I don't know, waste like 20 to 30 minutes. What are you doing now that you're standing there? You know where the girl is? The person in the gown has left through another door. What's your play?
Get the girl.
Yeah, that's got to be the plan, right? Is to try to open the drawer, or like I get the feeling that there might be more than one.
Yeah.
And so like just to like open all the drawers in here, that if they're open and unlocked, open them. If they're locked, I'm only going to try to like pick the lock on the one or whatever, break the lock on the one. But yeah, just kind of like taking a quick look around. It feels like this is a staging area, not, so something like that. I'm just gonna, taking a quick look.
I think for a man with your skills, it is trivial to pick a lock. I'm not gonna have you roll for that. However, I would invite you to do a information move, and since we are on the night phase, there's still a night move in front of that.
Is there? Ooh.
So if you'd like, as you open the door, what are you afraid will happen? Like it's not something trivial like your lockpick will break or you're not opening the door. That is not in question. But what are you afraid of?
Well, it would be truly horrifying if there was a different person in this drawer.
It would be amazing.
But
you're giving me the great answers today to what are you afraid of?
Yeah. I think more practically, that I've been known the whole time, and that the person in the Clemenza's gown will have sent some thugs back, and I will be like physically stuffed into one of these boxes as well. No more syringe. This time it's just a beating.
Yeah.
Well, and being locked in a tiny little morgue drawer, I guess, is the real nightmare.
I like that you're being locked in one of the drawers, and I wonder what awfulness I can add to that.
I mean, the easiest one is that you will not get out in time, before the cold takes its thing. I don't know. But also maybe a bit boring.
No, I think what's worse than that actually is that you will not be pushed into the cooler, but instead you will find an old familiar face in the cooler.
Gotcha.
Somebody you knew personally, somebody from your past.
Yeah.
And we can explore whoever that might be if you actually roll bad.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And so I think this is, with what we just established, I think reason is probably good, since we're like trying to find a clue.
Okay.
Reason or composure, that's both +1 for you. Doesn't really matter. You have no conditions to speak of.
No. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's roll.
It's in. That's 10. I mean, it's 10. That's a 10 on the night move. Means that you do what you intend to do. Hold steady. So you unlock the door. And sorry, I'm just reading through the description of the night move, and I am wondering, and the information move, and I wonder where I've got the information from that you need to do a night move. Maybe it's in the book, because it's not on the character keeper anymore. If it
I'm
ever
not
was.
sure if it is a requirement. I think, is it not like you can add that on top if the situation really sort of warrants it? I mean, I'm not saying that I know this for sure. That's just
I don't know.
A vague feeling I have about it. That
Doesn't
I may have
matter.
read.
I don't want to overcomplicate it right now. I'll just give out the clue without any fuss. So you open the thing, and in there you find. What do you find in there? Let me see if I can find something interesting in a different mystery. No. So you open the thing, and in there is the girl that you expected to find. And as she is sort of like falling into your arms, no, actually, sorry, I will let me do that differently. I know what the clue is. Yeah, Casey is trying to disconnect his headphones anyway.
Okay, I got it. I got it now.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Cool. And note from me to myself: next time, just switch to the other character. So, but so you free her. It's no problem. She is sedated, and you, I don't know, wake her up. Maybe, I don't know if she's probably deeply sedated, like properly sedated, like in the kind of way that you can't just wake her up with like some cold water to the face or something.
Right.
So to get her out of danger, you would need to get her out of this place. Is that what you are planning to do?
Yeah, that feels like what we've got to do.
Yeah, that's cool because that also aligns the timelines. And then on your way out, and that is the clue that I'm giving, you find a how do I want to present that? Oh yeah, oh yeah, no, that's cool. You find a letter that is like put behind a frame and put up against the wall, and the letter is only half of it is preserved, so you can't see who it used to be addressed to. What is left though is a letter indicating that an unnamed doctor was recently ejected from the Royal Academy for quote unquote untoward medical procedures.
Ooh.
And for some reason, the lady in the gown, the surgical gown, has put that up onto the wall in the way you would put your own diploma on there.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Has
Yeah.
recently been what?
As recently, been ejected from the Royal Academy for quote unquote untoward medical procedures. Just gonna quickly write that into our thing here as well. And that's a clue for Sally No Face, obviously.
I assumed as much.
So a letter indicating that an unnamed doctor was recently ejected from the Royal Academy for untoward medical procedures. Mm-hmm. Okay, and
Got it.
Sorry?
I just said I put it on the mirror.
And Pike, what do you do with the girl? Just curious to know.
I mean, I guess I got to carry her out of here.
Yeah.
Um,
And then?
Back to the cathedral, I guess. Or
Okay.
I don't know if I'm still trying to make my appointment, or if I would take her. No. So I think this is, sorry. I have to abandon mission and get back to Hargrave House because even though she's not here right now, I would definitely want to get this girl to the best doctor in London, Dr. Eleanor Swindrake.
Yes, very good.
Second best.
Good decision. Yeah, you do that. And even though Dr. Swindrake is not present, you're comfortable to just like she seems sedated but not in any critical danger. So if you just leave her with Fanny or with the man in the sun mask and
Yes.
she's in good hands and you can make your way back just in time.
I doubt it with the man in the sun mask, but sure.
I would trust him with my life. Just in time to hear the story of Shona Muir, one of the chambermaids, who is just about to unpin her cap when the servant's bell rings. What last domestic duties is she called to attend to by members of the household as the house settles down for the night? And I volunteer to take that one. I will. It's been a long day for Shona. Her feet are hurting, so is her back. She is a young scullery maid, so the lowest rung of maids in a Victorian household. She needs the work, and she can't afford to be difficult at this stage of her career. If she stays with it, she might be, she might rise through the ranks, become quite wealthy for girls of her station. So she puts on her bun again, her cap, and goes down. What she finds there is that it's probably not even the lady of the house. It is one of the, I think it might be the housekeeper herself. The housekeeper herself it was the one who rang the bell And she is taking Shona to the basement where the kitchen is and the storage and all these things. And in one room that heretofore has been locked and Shona does not know what's in there, the housekeeper opens the door and says, Fiona left us today. So I have a new task for you. It's an important task. And I don't want you to lack in that task above all. Nothing is quite as important as this one. And she unlocks the door, and in the room there is a simple bedstead. In that bed there is an old woman. The old woman wears a nightgown and does not seem to be mentally present at all. The task is to prepare that old woman for the night, to empty the chamber pot, to give her food, to wash her, all these kinds of things, which is all, particularly the last part, the washing her, not all that easy because there's no water. Is there water piping at that time? Probably not. So I'm going to say the job will entail like carrying buckets of water, hot water, and wash the lady in the room. Shona will not learn who that lady is, really, because the lady is not lucid enough to tell her. She tells her stories about her own childhood that must have been centuries ago. She tells stories of her pastoral childhood. But whenever Shona asks, she will not learn who that lady's name is. At some point, the lady dies, but that is in the future. And with that, let's go. What is our break situation? Do we want to have a second break, or do we want to power through? I see nodding. To which question? Power through or break?
It's a yes. I would like to take the second break because
Okay.
my cat's feeding and I need.
How much do you need? 10 past?
That sounds good.
Okay, then let's have a break until 10 past. See you then.
Hey, Dominic, I'm back.
Very nice.
Has my audio been okay today?
Yeah, it's been really good. And also, importantly, you haven't gone quieter the longer you talk.
Okay, that's what I was hoping. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Did you change something, or did you get other hot? Yeah, did you change something basically?
Yeah, I'm connected to my laptop instead of it's a balance. I like if I run through my phone, I can use video, but on my laptop I don't.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Well,
but I thought maybe that would make the audio work better for some reason, and like I don't understand why, but I guess it did.
If you ask me if I have to decide about that trade-off, then I would always prefer better audio.
Yes.
Over seeing you.
For sure.
As nice as it is to see you, but
well, I really
is more important.
No, but audio is more important. Yeah.
Okay, so we are back from the break, and let's go back to Mixed Latimer. Tied to the slab, having a mask of pain. By the way, is a nice
Would you like to give me a condition?
I would like to give you a condition.
I thought so.
Just because it sounds so nice.
Nice and melodramatic, just like my very early internet.
Crimson Mask last time.
Oh yes, I had the Crimson Mask. Yeah.
Yes. After a while, no, actually no, I'll keep that for later. As you're lying there on that slab alone in the room in the basement, what do you want to do?
Well, can I see something?
Sure. So it looks to be a home-built surgical theater. Without the theater part, there is no lodger for anybody to look. There are surgical instruments on the wall. There are probably a few shelves and cupboards with also surgical stuff.
You said I'm tied down?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Or were you asking for an information move then? Then that would be a different question to answer.
Well, no. I literally was just wondering whether I had like bandages all over my face, including my eyes, you know.
No, I don't think so. I think your face was removed and then you were left for dead, more or less.
Well, but they still thought it was important to tie me down?
Yeah, maybe they didn't think to untie you just now. Like, it doesn't matter.
Great.
They have what they want. Their beautiful face.
I think I guess I'm gonna wriggle around in these tie. Like, I mean, I'm just assuming, given that I was sedated and that they knew how well sedated I was, that maybe the tying down isn't actually all that firm.
But hope. That's a good point, actually.
Hope lives eternal.
No, that is a good point. I think they tied you down not so much to stop you from escaping once you come back to consciousness, but just so you wouldn't slip off the slab while they were working, just to fixate you more than to imprison you.
Well, then I'm just going to assume my hands are probably not actually tied down in a way that I can't untie myself.
Yeah, no, that is fair. Mm-hmm.
Or do you want me to roll?
I mean, you could do a night move if you wanted to.
No, and I mean, if you think that, I mean, I just think that's logical because they are thinking that I will now be dead or whatever.
Yeah, no, I follow that logic. That makes a lot of sense.
So I'm just gonna undo my ties and I don't know, grab some fucking surgical device because I am angry.
What are you grabbing?
What is there?
Whatever you want. Saws, picks, knives, scalpels, even weirder things. Rotating blades on sticks, whatever.
I think I would like some scalpels and maybe, I think a scalpel is decent. I feel like a saw is not that useful in general, in a quick moment anyway.
Yes, okay. And then I take it you want to leave the room?
Well, I might look around me to see if I see anything of interest. I mean, clearly I know that I'm in the fucking place where they, take their victims, I guess. So I'm probably trying to find out more. Also, I'm trying not to be noticed, not necessarily, because I'm like, well, they got me the one time.
So around you, I'm not entirely sure what you're asking for. So I will just tell what comes to my mind, and to my mind comes that this room is probably well underground. So there is no windows. There is probably some ventilation shaft because there needs to be air in there some way. In some way, there is probably also a door, and I think that is beautiful. Yes, just because let me take what you gave me and add to that a little bit. You are trying to untie yourself, but there is some problem along the way. There is like one leather cord or leather strap that just won't come loose, and as you are struggling on that leather strap, you see glowing red eyes in the corner of a room. So let's make it a night move. No, let's not make it a night move because I have something very not night movie actually in mind with that. And you're like, oh, that be before long, the glowing red eyes come closer, and the shadowy shape that those glowing red eyes belong to turns out to be our friend Black Artie. I don't know if you remember Black Artie.
Nope.
Black Artie was that dog that saved Fanny.
Oh, why does he have red eyes? Did he have
red
eyes?
Now that he stands in light, the eyes don't look red anymore, and he also doesn't look as demonic and shadowy anymore than as he did like just a few seconds ago. And he jumps onto the slab and helps you with that last strap that was blocking you. Choose it through, and you can take your scalpel. And you will also see, and that is why I introduced him here, that in addition to that door that leads to wherever it may lead, there's also a hole where Artie spent a few minutes, probably not more, because the bricks look quite loose actually, to push his body through a collection of loose bricks. And if you look there, that seems to lead into the canalization. So those are your options: the door or the canalization. Want to?
Amazing. Well, I think I will pat him on the head and say good boy, and maybe I don't know if I have some kind of treat. Let's just imagine I have something in my pocket.
Sure, there's probably some meat lying around in this room.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll feed you some cut off piece of me. Great. There you go. I'm sorry, that's horrible.
Mystery meat.
That is horrible. Anyway, yeah. I mean, as much as I love the the hole and in the wall and all of that, I kind of want to go see if I can get the door because I want to see if I
Absolutely.
can find out more about this
hmm
place rather than just escape. Because
What are you afraid will be on the other side? What are you afraid will happen
what am I
if you go through
afraid
that
of?
door?
Well, that I'll just sort of like alert them to my presence and that something worse will happen than, as in they'll overpower me again or something because I can't
Mm-hmm.
react quickly enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What might be worse than that? It is worse than that. You know that Pike was waiting for you and was coming to meet you, and you also saw the Dapper boys swarming your church. So it's worse than that. They've got Pike. You will find him on the other side of the door.
Does that work timeline-wise?
Sure.
Okay. Sorry, Pike, if I'm
No, you're good.
okay. What do I roll with?
I would say this is composure
Okay, give me a sec. I just want to check something.
or vitality, but it's both +1 for you, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm just
And
wondering if I have something with me that would help me be more aware of my surroundings before I walk
mhm.
into a stupid situation. And I
and I
think
and I will give you also a disadvantage for either Mask of Pain or Black Lung. Like you are physically quite hindered right now.
cool. So then I think I will be using my silver-plated hand mirror
hmm
to shove it underneath the door and look around before I walk into something without
Good
any
call.
prior knowledge.
Good call. That equalizes the disadvantage, and you roll
Exactly.
with +1.
Cool.
hmm
So regular roll. Here. Oh my God!
Aye. So
Snake eyes.
you open the
Ah,
let me narrate it first. You open the door and you don't see him through the mirror because it's just out of reach of the mirror. But there on the other side, there's Pike, beaten badly and stripped to the waist, unconscious, and he has like I want to say surgical masks, but I'm afraid that will conjure the wrong image. Like somebody has painted onto his body with like I don't know with a with a paint with a Sharpie, where they are going to cut him later to harvest him for parts. He's not harvested yet because I want to, of course, make it a decision to use the mask or not.
mm.
If he's just dead, then you will use the mask. So
Ah. Why, oh why do you make it harder to make decisions for me?
and the choice is so if you don't use the mask, poor Pike will take a according condition, like beaten up and unconscious, something like that, or use the mask.
Hang on a second. I'm just checking.
And by the way, I don't know if you're aware, one of the rewards for solving the St. James Street murder is to St. James Street ghost is to get rid of one specific mask. Would be a waste if none of you had it by the end, because you can unmark the cosmic passage and reverse any effects of it being marked.
Do you know what's funny? I was actually considering this one because the topic,
Quite good
the
for you,
prompt
right?
also
True.
fits.
hmm
Although I haven't
Like I
yet
think
got a thought about that. But yeah, is it cool if I narrate this a little bit later because I need to think about it for a moment.
yes, of course.
So
So
yeah,
you're masking the cosmic passage.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then I guess that
What?
means get a mixed success instead of a
Yes.
complete failure.
And a mixed success on a night move, of course, also means that you would get some complication. And I don't want to give you your fourth condition because that would be another mask.
True.
There's a complication or cost. The cost can also not be that Pike gets the condition because that was the price that you paid for putting the mask.
Yeah.
Let's say the complication is that let's say I know what it is. The complication is that the Mask of Pain. I'm gonna give it a no. Actually, yeah. Now I know what I do. the condition is the Mask of Pain. Like I kind of just gave it to you for willy-nilly, and now I have the mechanical justification to give it out. I kind of did the opposite of putting it in my back pocket. I gave it out before I had the justification. Now I have it, and we're even.
Fine. I'll take it.
Yeah. You can find poor Pike. And seeing that it's already 8:30, I assume we don't want to play a escape scene, do we?
I don't know. Depends.
No, yeah, whatever. I mean, if the mixed success is the success part, us getting away, then that works pretty well.
Yeah, I think
But-
so. Just because, again, we're a bit short on time, and I would like to get through the night phase today, and we still have one more narration.
Yep.
So I would say, you pick up Pike and you get out. And let me just ask you. No, okay, I know, and I'm only doing that because I know that you have taken it away. Of course, they won't let you get away that easily. It's not Sally herself that tries to stop her, but it's the Dapper Boy and the Dapper Boys who will block your exit. Ike is not really able to. I mean, he's not. No, you paid your price, so he's not unconscious. He's just probably stripped from the waist down, so has his markings
Froggy.
for like cosmetic reasons. But he is woke up in time and is able to act. What do you two do to get through that situation with the Dapper Boys blocking your exit, ready to beat you back into the room, saying
Well,
that
I
knowing that
mean-
you take it away?
So, didn't I ask the Dapper Boy to give me information about Sally No Face, and he really kind of just didn't do that?
In the fiction, yes. In reality,
What?
you outgame, you would just put it in your back pocket, but you can absolutely
Huh?
call that in now. Yeah.
No. What I mean is, well, I'm asking this because when I look at this move, right? Because the Dapper Boy is one of my worshippers.
Yes, he is.
And then it says, right, whenever I make a gift to that kind of person,
Yeah,
they will
That's where it's exchanged.
do exactly as I say. And I don't think he actually did that. So I feel like that still is something that is outstanding.
Yeah, that's what I just said. You can call it in at any time. You just
Yeah.
haven't yet.
I'm not calling it in for my information because I'm very fucking pissed off that he didn't warn me about this attack on me. And instead, I will demand of him to make that he make his his underlings, piss off.
Mhm.
And then I shall make him destroy himself.
Okay. Taketh away says if the side character is a worshipper, there's no need to roll. Choose 3.
Mhm.
What are the 3 things that you choose?
I am clearing most beloved, and that fits perfectly right now.
Yes.
Because you were playing into that the whole time.
Yes.
And it's probably about time that it's over when they've already taken my face.
Yes.
Then, what else is 2 more. I wonder if
There
I
are
want to
long-term-
know.
Yeah, that's always a good pick, right?
Always a good one, but isn't it also boring?
Are you challenging me to come up with a long-term consequence?
No, I think I will pick there are no long-term consequences for your actions, at least for now, for this time. I'm sure Hecate will do this again at some point. And
then it's
taking
between-
something from my victim sounds like a good choice.
Okay, so then let me narrate what happened. You tell him that he failed you and that shouldn't have happened, and he agrees wholeheartedly, and he is very sorry. And he says, "Oh yes, mistress, I feel so terribly sorry. I see my other mistress called me to an errand on the other side of the city, and I wasn't here. But of course, that is no excuse. I should have prioritized you, and I didn't. And somebody has to pay the price." And as he says that, he takes the truncheon that he has been holding in his hand, and without looking, gives a sharp jab to his right, and breaks the teeth of the Dapper Boy that is standing right next to him. And the other ones are looking at him, and he's like, "And you." Yeah, and I think this is the first time that he is leaving his usually grotesquely polite register as he says, "And you motherfuckers, you should have warned me. One of you, any of you." And he swings his truncheon, breaks a few more teeth, and the other Dapper boys do not dare to move. And then he like whirls his truncheon and says, "Scram!" And the other ones that are still standing run. He proceeds to hit on. We have a line against violence and children. So is it a line or is it a veil? I think it's just a veil that we have.
Oh, good press.
Let me just check. It's a veil.
No,
So let me. But are they innocent human children? Yes, they are. So let me just veil it. He is beating the other Dapper boys to a bloody pulp, and then proceeds to do the same thing with himself. Like beats in his own head until he falls to the floor and leaves you in a puddle of blood. What do you take from him?
Ooh, what does he have? Wait, it's the Dapper boy. So,
So fine
of
clothes,
course,
probably some money, some jewelry, I could
not taking
imagine.
money. That's boring.
That truncheon that is full of children's blood and
No.
teeth.
Yeah, well, see, I kind of imagined him with a little sort of flat cap, but that will also be full of blood. So I
Yes.
think he's got a nice little pocket watch that is, while it is nowhere, really of the kind of high class and quality make that Hecate would normally take.
Mhm.
They do like a souvenir, and so that's what they grab.
Yeah. What do you think? Does the pocket watch, what is the English word für verherrlichen?
Glorify?
Yeah, I was looking more for a religious term. Anyway, does it glorify you or Sally?
Oh, do you mean is there like an engraving on it or something?
Yeah. It's
Maybe it's got two of them,
custom
one on
handmade.
each side,
Oh yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe two side.
and we have destroyed the boy.
Yes.
I'm going to say we because this would not have
Yes.
happened if Sally hadn't. No,
Yeah, please write
God.
that into your personal quarters.
I will.
You have already deleted Most Beloved. Very good. And with that, you step out into the morning sun, into the dusk. But before you do that, we still need to hear of Kitty Saxton and Daisy Warren, who share a room with a couple of other girls. When all is quiet, Kitty sneaks into Daisy's bed. What comfort do they share with one another? Do the other girls, aware of what is going on, maintain a discreet silence or gently rip them?
Hang on. I was just still typing. Okay, yes.
Sorry.
Okay. Kitty sneaks into Daisy's bed. Excuse me, I had some thoughts about it and then everything went blank for a second.
Sorry.
No, all good. Yeah, I think Kitty sneaks into Daisy's bed and sort of, shakes her shoulder lightly. And I think Daisy sleeps very, very lightly anyway and wakes up and is like, I had a nightmare. I had the same nightmare again. What, the one where you can't move? Yes, the one where somebody's trying to, I don't know. It's just, it feels really, yeah. And then I think she just breathes really heavily, like, how do you say that? It's like anxious breathing or whatever. And Daisy holds her really tight and helps her calm down. And you just hear her sort of shushing her like like she's talking to a child or something. And slowly they fall asleep again. And you just see, I think Daisy's already asleep. No, they're both already asleep, but you kind of just see how Daisy is really leaning into Kitty, in a way that you would expect from lovers. And yeah, they look incredibly content in that moment.
Nice.
And I think the other girls, for now, maintain discreet silence.
Beautiful. So as the dawn lights up Kitty and Daisy's face, it also lights up your way home. Bit far from. I imagined this clinic to be in Whitechapel. That would make sense, at least. That's where the poor people are. So you probably hail a cab. And let's quickly do the dawn phase. Maybe? Yes. Because it's quick. We have no rewards to collect because no threat was resolved. We have dawn questions to answer, maybe. So, Pike, you did not answer a question. You did not resolve a threat. But did you experience an echo in the night?
Did not.
Did you ensure that your employer got credit for your triumphs?
Oh, ooh, no, I guess not.
I mean, for that,
Oh.
technically speaking, you don't need to have your employer present. But you would have for your
Yeah.
second choice. Your employer was not present, so you had no chance to demonstrate obsequious behavior toward your employer in front of others. Do you think you maybe answered a different question? Because when you picked that, you couldn't have known that Swindrake wouldn't be around for
Yeah,
2
that's fair.
sessions.
I mean, I don't think, well, the one that might apply is, did you engage in a petty reprisal of someone who angered your employer? But I don't think, like, taking that girl was petty. So I don't know
No,
if
that was
that,
not petty.
yeah, that's all right.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No.
Hecate, Hecate, you also did not answer a question or resolve a threat, but did you experience an echo in the night?
Mhm.
Yeah? What was it?
Well, I thought I did. Well, to be honest, I had wanted to go in a different direction, and then it didn't really fit.
Mm.
But basically, it was about having a dream where you cannot move,
Oh.
being sedated.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
I
maybe it
like
was a
that.
little bit too subtle, but yeah, that was the.
I love that. Like I didn't know where you wanted to go, but like I would be fine with retroactively imagining that there was a bit like that for Latimer, a moment of like not being able to move as the sedation wears off. And
Yeah, I mean that's what I meant anyway. Yeah.
yeah, and the pain on their face starting to bloom.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good. Did you express a clear preference for the beautiful over the mundane?
I'm not sure. Like I'm trying to think whether that happened during the day phase last time, but I always have such a hard time remembering those things when they're long ago.
Yeah.
Um,
Nothing comes to mind
the
for me as well.
the only
Um,
thing, no, I don't know if that really counts, to be honest, because I was like just thinking, could it be the fact that I like insisted on Pike taking the more expensive, exclusive cigars? But I feel like that's not really.
No, that is a clear preference for the beautiful over the mundane, I would say.
Well, if you say so, I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah,
It's your decision in the end.
I do like getting XP.
It's your decision, not mine. I'm just saying, if it was my decision, I would be okay with that.
Let
Did
me
you see
take
a
this.
vulnerable side to someone?
Yeah, we did do that in the
hmm
in our vulnerable move.
Yes. Okay,
Speaking
very
about
good.
the time.
And then you can elect new dawn questions or leave either or both the same.
Oh my God. Oh, sorry. I got really shitty cramps just, I don't know, 15 minutes ago or something.
Sorry. We can also leave that for next week.
Uh,
I'm going to ask Gwen anyway next week if she wants to take new questions, so we can.
oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
then we have no dawn moves to resolve. So with that,
yeah.
we can go to Stars and Wishes of Mike, and I will stop the recording.
Cool.
Okay.